All right. Hello and welcome to day two of Bob Ross. So just a little bit of a recap. Pretty much yesterday did all of like the heavy lifting for this project. Just covering everything in a first coat of paint. Um, it's looking nice. It does need a couple touch-ups, but really liking how it's turned out. So the first thing I want to do, I want to uh, start on this and just fill in any of the little spots that I missed. Let that dry. Put it off to the side and kind of go from there. Because if it does end up getting dry, I want to add some of the details like the blue the blue stripes, but I might not be able to get to that today. But so that let's start mixing. So a little bit of primary yellow, a little bit of primary red. It's probably too much. And any spikes? Or a dog? Oh, a little bit of white. Titanium white. All right, let's mix this up. I think I'm gonna get sick of seeing this fix it yellow when this project's done. It's a little too orange, maybe a little bit more yellow. Just a little. It might be good. Let's check it out. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Now, let's see where I need to fill in. I'm not going to bother painting this. It's just going to get this other piece is going to fit on there, so there's no point in painting that. A little bit here. Yeah, that's a pretty good match. Okay. We'll probably just end up giving this a second coat anyway. Yeah. Oh, and I also did mess around with my audio settings. I added a filter to um, filter out my keyboard and squeaky desk chair. So if it sounds off, let me know. Oh yeah, I missed a lot of this stuff here. Jeez, I missed those. Dang. I think that's looking pretty good. I'm not really seeing a couple little spots here and there. Did miss those. Crap. Oh, okay. Now I'm gonna give this another coat. Just working my way down. It's just a scratch. Put this on. Over there. On to the side. Just about done with this. There's a little piece back here. Move on to the next one. Okay, I think that is good for now. I'm going to put this off to the side. I think that second coat really did help a lot. But when this dries, I'm going to do the underside of this rim. One moment. All right. Now the next part, I want to put a second coat on the brim. Probably won't do a second on the back because that'll be hidden, but I'll definitely do this underside. That's good for now. Do the second coat of these. All right. That's so. Wanted to give this one a second coat too. All right. Now I think I'm done with this yellow. All right, so the next thing I wanted to do, so if you see the um, the example image to right here, I have this fits on the back of the helmet. I picked iridescent black. I really like the texture. I don't know how well it comes through, but it kind of looks like wrought iron. I gotta stick with that. But I had also used this iridescent black on the, the vents for the side. So I might switch this up. I think I'm going to try. Um, I also had this uh, bright silver that I used for this piece. This piece fits right in here. Um, I like this color, how it turned out. I'm going to take a little bit of a gamble and see how it looks. Just cover this for a second. I'm just going to use this little piece of foam to get it all in there. All right. Just dab it. That'll side. I think this will. Yeah, I just didn't want it all to be the same color. So I think this will be great. Make a little bit of a change. Yeah. Actually, what I should do is, I didn't even realize this had a little squirt nozzle to it. Rather than try to shove this thing in there every time. Oh yeah, that's much easier. All right. I think adding, well, starting with this as a base probably will bring some, might bring some extra, something special to it. If some of that iridescent black bled through, give it a little bit more depth. That's more like that. Okay. And this piece is for the front of the mask. You can see there. More of the silver. That should be enough. Start with this. I'll give this guy another coat, that silver. Some of it's stuck in there. Okay. All right. That one's done. It's actually does have a little depth to it, which is nice. Not just monotone color. I'm going to smooth this out. I like this foam piece because it gets everything just all in those little nooks and crannies. I actually should have done that for the helmet. All right. Just wipe off that excess. Probably shouldn't have done that. Oh. That's actually okay. All right. Just poke this out of the way. All right. Wipe the brushes off. All right. Now, the next thing I wanted to do was revisit this piece. There were a couple spots that I noticed that I had missed, so I'm gonna grab another piece of foam. Get some iridescent black. Okay. So then after I do this piece, I'm gonna mix up like a navy blue for to do another coat on this. And this fits on the back of the helmet. I don't think it's actually anywhere on. Oh no, it's you can kind of see it. It's like the very back. So this will actually fit between here, um, as far as the helmet goes. So. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna go all along this. Yeah, this piece was an absolute nightmare to print. It's just, I think this was made in. Okay, so um, this piece here, this piece here. I printed this piece as one. I printed this piece as one, and this as one. But these, I had a really tough time gluing this piece together. It does look. I think it does look nice. Sorry, this thing is bouncing around a lot. Oh, I should be holding here. Okay, yeah, I think that second coat did help quite a bit. Awesome. All right. Just trying to minimize the jiggle as much as I can. Oh, should have got some silver on there. Oh. Just about done. Too much stuff on my desk. All right, that's next. Okay. Actually, before I do that, I want to give this guy another coat. The antenna. You can see it in the middle picture on top. So I'm going to paper clip for this one so I can stand it up. Yeah. All right, now I'm going to mix navy blue. Using primary blue. And just a teeny tiny bit of Mars black. Let me grab this brush. Clean it off. There. Now, before I do that, let's see how it compares. It's a bit darker. I'll drop to lighten it up. This is just a hair too dark. It's a little better. Another card. Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. It's a little on the dark side, but I don't hate it. I think it'll pair well with the Fix It yellow, I think. It's like a really dark navy. So I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit. Where's my cover? Alright, I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit. I am going to take a quick break, maybe like 5 minutes, give this stuff a little extra time to dry. Then I will be back. Burp. am back. So things aren't exactly as dry as I'd like them, but I've got another thing I can do. So I'm just going to move this out of the way carefully. Totally not having these parts touch. All right. So I think move this a little more room. All right. I need to get a longer cord for my headset. Here we go. We're got the helmet back. It's pretty much dry, but I think before I start taping this to put those racing stripes on, like up there, I'm gonna just do a little bit of detail. I'm gonna fill all these little spots with. I think I'm just gonna go with a iridescent black again. I just really love that color. Let's get those. Oh, this is my cord is hitting my microphone. All right. Okay. I'm just trying to be very careful here. Okay. I think that looks decent. I'm probably going to end up blending some of this in. That will be. I'll have to give it some thought. I'll probably do that sometime later this week. Get some extra paint here. No, let's just throw this I guess. All right. Let's just doing some detail work now. Filling some of these spots with this iridescent black. I'm just waiting on some of the other stuff to dry before I get deeper into this. I would like at some point, hopefully today, if I can tape this front up. I absolutely want to paint the inside of this mask today. So I think that's going to look really cool. Um, okay, yeah, I'll just fill all these little grooves. That'll look nice. Maybe, although I might want to mix it up with some silver. Yeah, I think I'll leave these holes, or these divots, this black, and then I'll use that silver for that. The strips. But while I have the iridescent black, I think I'm going to start painting the surrounding part of the face hole. And just for now, I'm just going to give a neat little sneak preview. I showed this off yesterday, but it's like this lens was like, it's a pair of sunglasses, but this lens was just made for this. I mean, it looks right out of the game. It's nuts. All right. Which I need to get. Don't want to. I'm just going to use this piece of paper so I don't get any crossover from that silver. Okay. I'll get my other. All right. There's nothing. Just being very careful here. I'm definitely gonna have to give this another coat. It's a little thin. Yeah, fortunately, there's a little groove around here, so I don't have to actually tape this. So I can just slide the edge of the brush right in that groove. That's a really, really clean line. I'm not gonna risk painting with my left hand. I'll just rotate this. Oh, I did not. Oh, no, that's fine actually. I was going to paint this the inside edge, but this is fine. Painting it with the black, iridescent black. I was worried for a second. I'd messed something up. Where? Fine. So you use this iridescent black to cover the entire visor opening. details. So these little holes or recesses, um, that's for these little vents. These little silver guys fit into here, and this fits into here. And once this is all done, I was at the art store today, and I picked up more paint, but I also picked up a clear coat. So once this is done, this guy's gonna look shiny. Very shiny. Oh, shit. Well, happy accident. So I'm wondering if I want to use a foam block. I'll keep using them. No, I'll just switch to foam. And I'll brush it out. Maybe. Kind of on the fence because I don't want to go too close to the fix-it yellow. I'll stick with the brush and just give it a second coat. Slowly working around. This is definitely going to need a second coat. All right. Just about done now. I'm actually really liking how this is turning out. More. I think this is good for now on this part. Okay. Now I'll just make sure I got the inside. Nice part of the inside. It's covering all my edges. Sorry. It's awkward. Awkward trying to rotate the piece while keeping everything in frame. It's challenging. Eliminating any little gaps. All right. That's starting to look nice. Yeah. Yeah. I'm liking it. Let me wash brushes, and then I'll break out some more silver. Need to wash this one too. Now that is filthy. All right, let's get some of that silver. A little bit more of this. All right. Now what I'm going to do, okay. I'm going to fill in some of these recesses with this silver. Sorry, I should put it to this so the camera can see. Going around the edge. I think that looks okay. Actually, I need to. Well, I shouldn't cover that because I'm using it. Never mind. I don't think I'll need more of that Fix it yellow today. All right. Now do these little slots. Color. Cool. I think that silver works well. Yeah. Awesome. So now I'm gonna go back. Oh, actually, I did still need that fix it yellow. I'm gonna go back. Before I do that, before I do the brim, I'm gonna go back to this. I wanted to give another coat around the perimeter while everything else is dry. So I'm gonna grab my brush. Still have some fix it yellow. I'm just gonna go around. But I also kind of want to overlap the edge a little bit. So now this PLA is showing from the outside. So that, put that off to the side. Yeah, put that off to the side for now. Done. We're not done with Fix It, y'all. I have one more thing to do with this. I wanted to repaint the. We'll give another coat to the brim. I did the top. Now I'm going to do the bottom. Awesome. So now I am done with Fix It Yellow. This antenna is dry, so I can take this off. Oh, there's strange. Part of this was not painted. All right. Okay. All right. Now back to this piece. Fits between. Fits in the back. In the picture, it's yellow. Here, I've decided to go for like a really dark, like almost like maybe like a midnight blue or something. I think that'll just look really good with the Fix It Yellow. So I'm gonna wash my brush. I'm gonna have to move this cord. All right. Okay, I want to do the top edge and the inside. And the other side. Set this on its edge. Just about done here. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put this off to the side. Now, 1 second. Now, I'm going to go back to this piece now that it's dry. There are a couple little bits that I want to touch up on. I'm not going to need the silver, so I'm just going to wash this brush off. Let that one dry. All right, so I need more, a little bit more iridescent black. Not much, like maybe that's enough. Scooch more. All right, back to the sponge. I really like the texture on this. I don't know. Can't get over how cool that texture is. I'm just covering up all the little bits that I see PLA going through, showing through. Too many nooks and crannies on this piece. I missed a lot of spots. Jeez. I need another brush to get these little inside bits. It's not easy to get in there with a foam pad. Okay. This bit, this other side. This is just about done, I think. I'm gonna flip it and see if I missed anything on the bottom. Looks pretty good. Little spot. Couple little spots. It's not too bad. All right, spin this. pretty good. Just a couple little spots I see, then I think this part is done. I think I'm just gonna, while I still have paint on, I'm gonna just texture the inside a little better. There are a couple spots that I missed here. These will be invisible, but I just still want to take care of them. Halfway done on this inside now. Doing a couple little touch-ups. So this piece, it's the cage bit on the back of the helmet. Once I'm done with this part, I'm gonna pull up the helmet, and I'm probably gonna start taping it. I would really love to get those blue racing stripes done today. Oh. That is that. Okay. Yeah, I really like how that turned out. So I'm going to put this off to the side. Grab the helmet. Yeah. So we're slowly but surely getting there. Slowly but surely. Move some of this stuff out of the way. Okay. Some of this stuff is in the way, so I'm just moving things that I don't really need at the moment. Okay, so now the racing stripe. I need to pull up a picture for myself. Okay. It's up here, but I needed a more zoomed in picture for myself to look at this. Like where exactly I'm gonna put that stripe. Where's my... No, I have tape over here. I got really like thin masking tape, which is pretty cool. Curves. I got beefier stuff I'm gonna use here. So the racing stripe, top of the blue is gonna be here. And it'll just end up being however thick I want it to be. I'm gonna actually use the thin tape since this is gonna be a curve. Damn you, Edge. Where are you? Where are you? Okay. Alright. Yeah, this is gonna work nicely, I think. One piece of tape done. Alright. I gotta move my picture. So I'm not sure how wide I want to make this. Like, that would be too big. Wish I had another angle for this. I think this is gonna be hidden by the brim, so I don't... I'm just grabbing another picture. Oh. Okay, so I got another angle. So it looks like the stripe is here, then it kind of like fans out a little bit. Okay. Freehand scares me. So under there it starts like that, but it's something like that. Although this is a bit different than the in-game model, but I can adjust that. I'll just try to keep it somewhat even. In game, these little bolt holes are covered by stripe. Yeah, they're all covered. That's a wild turn. Hmm. I might not be able to follow that. Hmm. Sucks, I was gonna have to mirror this somehow. This is a really tight turn. I don't not like that. Okay. Oh. Let's be brave here. And I'm gonna grab my very dark blue. Here we go. Needed a little bit more of this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I think. Yeah, I think I. I think I ended up going pretty dark with this one. Um, in the picture, it's much lighter. That's Yeah, that's a good idea, Hulk. Yeah, I probably should have done that, but like this this tape that I have is like really, really thin. It seems to handle pretty well. Uh, when I remove the tape, I'll see if I messed it up at all. Actually, it's actually going quite well. I think I added some little details, but I think it's coming together. So I did that opening. I have to put another coat on that. Um, I started doing some little accent bits. Um, they're little like screw holes or simulated screw holes. I'll get to that eventually. I'm gonna put like a little blob of that silver paint there. Put some silver here, but I think it's shaping up pretty well. Cutting cardboard and wetting it. That I'll have to try that. Yeah, because I guess it would be kind of like leather. You wet the cardboard, put it in the shape, and then it assumes the new shape. Hmm. This might have been a little too dark. Now, other side. So it's what's really nice is that on the on the pictures that I have up there, this line is already made for me, so I don't have to think about that. I just have to worry about the bottom. It's a little nerve-wracking, but I think it's together. All right. Now, try my best to mirror this. So all these little simulated bolt holes on the yeah, all these fall within this path. All right. I think that doesn't look half bad. I'll just run with it. All right. Well, all right. No, I kind of like that. Almost looks like the Bengals football team helmet. Bled through a little bit. Yeah. All right. Now the other side. Just enough. That's dark blue. That's going to happen eventually. Brush it off. Now, I think I'm going to go back front, put a second coat on that. Get a little bit more of the iridescent black. All right. I guess I'll just rip this off. Okay. That's good. Now, the face hole. I'm really liking how this black is looking. Just getting all these little nooks and crannies here. Cool. This side. Oh, shit. Just happy little accidents. Actually, I mean, it works for weathering. I'll keep it. All right, cool. We did inside. Now I'm going to do this outside. What I really like about this model is there are a lot of little edges and grooves that make it easy to freehand this without needing paint, tape. Just about done with this. All right, that is like that. I missed. Brush. Unfortunately, that's out. It's close enough to this color that I'll just use that iridescent black to fill that gap. No, I'll never know. Just extending this paint line on the inside a bit. We should go a little further than that. All right, I'm gonna, because I don't know exactly how far the lens actually overlap, so I'm just gonna go on the safe side and just pretty much just fill this in probably. Yeah, why not? Just about done with this. Just don't want any visible gaps. I have to get a little bit more. Just a teeny bit more. Oh. Okay. I should not have touched that. Oh, spot I missed. Great. I like how this is looking a lot. Alright, I'll get a oops. Finish this inside. This can be a little sloppy. Put this down for a second. Clean my brush. Awesome. I don't know if I washed this one. No, I did not. All right. Now, there are a couple pieces, so I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. I like to do one more little show off with the face lens. So I'm going to let that dry for now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some assembly. Now these parts, they'll be fine to do right now. So I'll just pull up my reference picture. No, I'll just pull up the STL. Okay. Okay. So the antenna, the ear puck, and this. So I'm just did it again. Great. No, that's fine. All right. So this antenna ear puck assembly. Do I have? Oh, I have another paper towel here. Right. Okay. So I'm going to put this together. No. I mean, in the file, it shows it's like angled like this. I mean, it doesn't really, I don't think it really matters too much. I kind of wanted it horizontal. Then the antenna would be here. Let me think. I don't know. I kind of like horizontal. I'll just do horizontal. Or actually, I need to pull up the actual picture from the game, and I'll go with whatever the game shows. Okay, yeah, the game does show the same angle, so I'll slap it in like that. All right. Okay. So my super glue. We're gonna oh, there is a piece of something in here. Okay. Super glue this in here. Just like that. That's a good fit. I didn't even need glue. All right. So that is pressed in there. Very nice. Now the antenna. So rather than just like edge gluing it, because that thing's gonna pop right off, I got this little piece of PLA, and I'm just gonna stick this in there. Okay, I need to fix this. There's this hole isn't big enough. I'm going to find my toolbox, and I'm going to make sure I can stick that PLA in there. So I will be back in like 5-10 minutes and fix this. All right, Verb. Alright, I am back. Okay, so I found my toolbox. What I had to do, what I was going to do, is attach the antenna to this ear puck. And just edge gluing it is, it'll just like snap right off. So I have this little piece of PLA. There's a hole here. I had to drill out the hole in the antenna. So I'm just going to use this little bit of PLA to reinforce that connection. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue in there. Put the PLA in. I'm just going to hold that for a second. Okay. I'll just let that be for a little bit. So this is really starting to come together. So this guy is going to fit right about there. Yeah. Let me actually check the reference. I think it's straight up and down. Yeah, it's straight up and down. All right. Yeah. Okay. Right, let's see how much we got in here. So this is going to be floppy. So that's like 1/4 of an inch. Okay. So I'm going to snip this little piece of reinforcing PLA. So then this piece is going to go into here. It's a little long, which is okay, clip it again. All right. So that's good. So this is the antenna assembly. Very good. So I'm gonna put a little bit of super glue in that hole on the ear puck. Put some glue on the surface here. And boom. So I'm gonna hold this. Or I'll hold this until it's firm. Connected. And then I'll attach this to the side of the helmet. Oh, I actually also want to do the little vent holes down there too. But yeah, I'll do this, that, and that's nice. Yeah, that I like that. All right, so then this will go right here. Jeez, making a lot of progress today. So for the moment I'm just gonna let this sit off to the side, and I'm gonna take care of these. So then everything's kind of drying in sequence. So a little bit of glue. There. Glue. No, this one needs a little bit of help. Okay. Cool. And these go on the front. All right, there you go. Glue. Glue. And these are really snug. I don't think I would even need the glue, but can never be too safe. Yeah, they just snap in. Holy crap. Nice. All right. Yeah, all this is really coming together nicely. I had the other. Oh, here it is. So one of the other things I did, because 1 second. Grab this piece. All right. So I have this real spindly piece. Um, it was a nightmare to make paint, but so in the helmet, this piece fits right in the back. And there are also these little vents you can see on the side. I initially made them all the same color, but I decided I really love this. It's like a silver, sparkling silver. What is it? It's iridescent bright silver. So I like that contrast. So just put that over there. Yeah, I made all little side vents the same color. So here, I think that's gonna look sweet. I love that silver. Yeah. So these fit in the side. These fit in the sides. There's one on the opposite side. And you got this little guy for the front. All right. The front is still drying, so I'm gonna leave that alone. So our ear puck with antenna. I think I'm ready to attach that. Just gonna rotate this. Okay. Hey Pat, hope you're doing well. Hope your stream went well. Good to see you. All right, so actually I'll give you a little recap. I don't know if you saw much of this, but I've done quite a bit today. I've done all of this around the face, uh, down here, made some racing stripes. I started doing some details, so I filled some of these they're like little fake bolt holes. I started with that, little details here and there, but I think this is coming together. Yeah, I have some reference pictures up there that I'm working with, but once this front's dry, actually have the lens. It's actually sunglasses. It's wild. It's like it's almost like the sunglasses were made for Satisfactory. So, all right. So I've been gluing some pieces together and assembling. So I've got this. I'm going to attach to the side here. I'm just gonna rotate this. Where is my glue? Just get right at it. Let's put some here. All right. This should be roughly vertical. Oh, I put too much glue in there. It's not drip. I'm just gonna hold this for now. Yeah, I'm gonna tilt that a little bit back. Well, I still can. I'm just holding it. Still dries. And then I'll put the vents on the front. Good. The front is dry. So. Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. Oh. That's a good idea, Hulk. I do have um, some green, like 3M green glazing putty that I used when I was putting all the parts together. I did not think about using it as an actual um, like molding product. That's actually I'll probably do that. That's a very good idea. All right. Okay, so next I'm going to put these little vents in here. So I'm gonna grab my glue. So this is the fun part after you've painted all the pieces and start putting together and seeing things shape up. I'm just holding that down. Okay. Right. The other one. Just holding this for a second. See, this is I am digging it. Actually, I'm gonna grab the front lens. Show you guys how close this is actually to the in-game helmet. Bam. That that's nuts. I love that. Cool. All right. So I think I'm trying to think what else I can do this when at least for today. Because I am going to want to do some like weathering, like put some like this little happy accident, just like a little smudge. I might save that for tomorrow or the following day. Um, and there are certain other parts like this cage. I'm probably going to clear coat this with a spray can. So I'll do that outside off stream. A couple other things like the brim. I'm probably gonna also want to clear coat this before I attach it. So there are just a couple little things I'm gonna have to that I'll have to do. Oops. But I mean, I'm digging it. Yeah. So I think for now I'm probably going to call it. Well, let's see if there's someone that I can send you guys to. Since we got a bunch of people in here, probably do some, see if anyone's playing Satisfactory. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm just looking for. I was looking for someone. All right. All right. Sorry, this is taking so long. I'm trying to figure out this interface. All right. Here we go. But thanks for sticking around, watching the whole process. See you next time.